Repent. The end is extremely fucking nigh.
This is the Horrible Film School. Take a seat and slowly peel open your Trapper Keepers. I am Chris, and I am here with Professor Hootie.
What's up, fellas? This movie that we're covering today has got me singing a Dixie Chick song. Ready, 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 ready to run.
Earl had died.
I was going to go with Earl. What's the, Fuck You, Toby Keith song? Do they have one of those?
Fuck you, America. We hate
was
you
the,
for giving us freedom.
I'm never going to
The
back
Chicks.
down. No.
Wait. We're not going to call them the Dixie Chicks right
Fucking
now.
thing said Toby had to die. Holy
Damn.
shit. God damn.
Too soon, man.
Skirt.
Stars and Stripes and the
I'm
Eagle
not ready
Fly.
to make nice. I'm not ready to back down. That's the Toby Keith song.
I'm going to
That's
put
the
that
rap battle
motherfucker into
beef.
the ground.
I remember the damn name
Damn.
of the song, though.
We'll put a boot in your ass. That's the one I remember, baby. Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. We are also joined by a man, often lying on his back, buck naked, Professor Joey, a.k.a. Dr. Nasty.
Dick blowing in the wind. Hello.
Wait. Your dick blows in the wind?
Dick blowing in the wind. Skirt.
Not quite as girthy as
If
you'd like.
this motherfucker would just kept his mouth shut for like half of this movie, I don't think it would have been anywhere near as dramatic. I've never had somebody say the word hello so much and for so much tragedy to come from it.
Well, Jim is looking for companionship. He's a courier, man. He lives to serve. He needs other people. All right, before we hop into it, a little bit of news here. I think this is pretty obvious headline and definitely informative of today's show, but 28 years later is doing big things. That's all I can really say about that. Making some bank critically and with audiences, from what I understand.
What was it,
Has
60
everybody here
million?
seen it?
60 million on opening weekend or something?
I have not got to see it yet.
Oh.
We're the worst fucking horror movie podcast. We never go see new shit.
I
have an
saw it
excuse.
opening night.
Oh,
I
you
have
saw it.
two small excuses.
How
What
big's
is-
that?
what
How
is your
big's that dick
excuse?
on there, Hootie?
Which one? There's so many. It's
There's a
the
lot of
most
dicks.
dick-filled movie I've seen in a while.
Well,
Apparently,
okay,
there's
this is
this
going to the top
man.
of the watch
There's this
list.
man swinging a fucking sledgehammer in this
You're talking
movie.
about the Alpha. The Alpha in the train car
Alpha.
is just shots. There's whole frames of this dude and his horse penis just swinging.
Danny Boyle loves cock.
Yeah. Was
I
it
mean,
a prop cock or do we
It's so big, people in the theater were laughing.
I
And the very-
Look at that
I
thing.
read they had to use prosthetics because
I
it
would
was
hope
around,
so.
It was around children. You can't have nudity around children.
Oh yeah, it's like child labor. Well, not child labor
So,
laws.
yeah,
but
like, let's
child
go
decency
ahead.
laws.
Let's go ahead and use this prosthetic horse trunk full of fucking dick.
Well,
Well, I have
there is. I don't want to say what's in the scene, but there is something that would violate that clause in the scene with that swinging horse penis.
All right, let's go ahead and get those.
Was he put it on the
spoilers,
kid's
behind
shoulder or
us.
something like that?
I can't
guess we'll
say,
have to-
but
We'll have to see to find
Fucking
out.
chokes
So
him
I'm going
with
to go
it.
ahead and move. I'm going to go ahead and move this train right along. One more piece of news here. I feel like we highlight this every so often, but obviously this is huge for the horror community. Showrunner Brad Caleb Kane has announced that production is now underway for Crystal Lake. It is filming under the cheeky title Mama's Boy.
Ooh.
They got clapboards, man. It's going down. It's real.
if we
Hootie
all
keeps
know it's,
denying it.
I'm
Hootie's
just
not a
saying
truther, man.
I'm just not a Friday guy. With Ice Cube Friday, I do
Dude, it's
enjoy, but
been
the Jason Friday.
20 years. I mean, shit, come on. You
It's
got to be
been
rooting
20
for
years.
this a little bit.
We all know it's being made. Do we have to have a fake title? Can we just call it Friday the 13th, the series?
You better get hyped, son. It's
I'm going
8/24.
to keep my opinions and my expectations to their barest of minimums.
Okay, well, let's
Join us,
Alien
join
Earth
us.
aside. When's the last time we've had a horror TV series to look forward to? Honestly,
Derry.
yeah, welcome to Derry. I could, like I said, I'm hyped for it. I don't want to talk that one up because I'm a Pennywise guy.
The Last of Us was pretty
But
good.
the Jason thing, like it could really,
Last of
it
Us,
could
yeah.
impress. It could improve the. What am I thinking here? It could improve the stature of the franchise, I believe.
First thing that came to
Derry
my
could
mind
definitely decrease it. You know.
was Midnight Mass, the Mike Flanagan series.
Oh yeah, well that was a one-off thing though. It wasn't a.
Well, he does like one off
Okay.
every.
Yeah, that's just Mike Flanagan.
And what about True Detective Night Country?
Oh God!
Oh,
Please move
boy.
on.
Oh, damn, this is the second
Or
time
at
I've
its
had to just
finest,
pick up this
boys.
conversation and move it right along. That's the only news tidbits I got. Unless you guys got anything else to share, we can get into it today.
Besides 28 years later, I recently watched a new horror film that came out this year called Ash.
Haven't heard of this.
Okay. The elder Hootie was excited to watch it. He hasn't seen it yet. I watched it based off of his hype, and it was one of the worst movies I have ever watched in my life, and that's not over exaggerating.
Was it like so bad it's good, or was it just so mid?
It's this year. It's in space, and it's got the same like Leprechaun in space, Star Fox graphics sometimes.
Oh shit!
The main actor is the dude from Breaking Bad, not Bryan Cranston, the other guy.
Aaron Paul?
Jesse.
Aaron Paul. And
Pinkman.
It's directed by a DJ producer named Flying Lotus.
Okay.
But it's a horror.
It's a space horror. That's why the elder Hootie was excited about it.
So sci-fi. I like sci-fi.
Sci-fi horror is tricky, man.
Good luck.
Alien Earth, just to bring it back to something positive, looks banging. I don't know if you guys have seen any footage yet.
Timothy the Elephant looks fucking weird.
Yeah, like Silver Fox, Timothy.
He looks badass.
Silver Fox?
Give me
He looks
that
like
dude.
the dude from fucking the It movie after he sees it.
He looks
And
like
his hair turns white.
He looks like Solid Snake, and like was it like Snake Eater or one of those.
He looks like Benicio del Toro in fucking Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, I can see that too. The Collector. Yeah, you boys still need to check out The First Omen. I'm gonna take a second stance on how great.
Man, I ain't got
movie
time
was,
to fucking wash my ass, let alone watch something.
The
I
First
keep forgetting
Omen,
to check
bro,
that out.
Is the shit.
I'm watching the
Oh,
fucking
that's
Ash movie. Could be watching
That's
The First Omen.
I don't know if the other hoodie's aware of it. Get him on The First Omen. It was the fucking shit.
He is now.
Shout out to the elder. All right, boys, let's get into today's assignment. We're going back to 2002 for 28 days later. Lesson for today. This is what London looks like when everyone's having a really bad day. Mr. Nasty, this is your film to lead.
And I'm taking the reins. Let's go with some fan reviews. Starting with the negative. Get the negative Nancy out of the way. This review comes by way of a gentleman or a young lady by the name of Hoity Hoity back in November of 2015, titled A Piece of Crap. This is basically the same review for this god-awful film as I gave its god-awful sequel. 28 Days Later is simply a piece of crap. There is no need to analyze it any further. As a helpful warning to potential viewers, we can provide something of a community service. But really, it's not worth wasting any more time on this piece of shoddy rubbish. It's boring, badly directed, boring, badly acted, boring. Has no script, is boring. Drags on for nearly 2 hours, is boring. Has the stupidest story that goes nowhere, is boring. Has no plot whatsoever and is boring. Excruciatingly boring. Nobody involved with this piece of shoddy, crappy little crap should receive any credit at all. Not even the presence of Brian Eno's An Ending Ascent or of Christopher Ecclestone could save this turd. That's right. It's a piece of crap. Move on. P.S. Footnote. Some idiot compared this film to Cube. This is incorrect. Cube, though badly acted, is a piece of architectural genius. This film is a piece of crap. Now you have been educated. Go forth. This is my favorite fucking... This is my favorite review of all time.
Cubes are architecturally sound. I'll give them that much.
Hoity Hoity is the shit.
What was this courtesy of Rotten Tomatoes? Or
no, it's IMDb. I just love going to IMDb. That's
back
my
to the verbosity folk.
That's literally like a gold mine for me.
Those people know how to crank up the tension. Yeah, that was a pretty shitty opinion. If I'm gonna be honest.
To play devil's advocate here, or I guess to agree with this man and not play devil's advocate, this movie got a lot of hype when it came out. Person. This movie got a lot of hype when it came out, which even kind of tainted me to watch it when I was a young kid when this came out. So,
oh, okay. So going into it, you thought, okay, this is gonna be an overrated piece of shit.
It's like the commercials were like, this is redefining the zombie films and like
the new genre movie from.
Well, that's the thing.
Boyle.
It's kind of it borrows some ideas from previous films, but it really does take that all and put it into one package. And it did revitalize, like it literally spearheaded the whole wave of zombie shit to come out like right after, you know?
Yeah.
You had the Walking Dead comic book series. You had
Dawn of the Dead.
Zombieland. You had all this other World War Z, all this other bullshit.
Zack Snyder. I mean, just for the fact that this gives us Alex Garland alone is proof that there is brilliance at work here.
Like for me, the only thing that really holds weight in this review, this spectacular review from Hoity Hoity, is talking about the sequel. Either one of you watched 28 Weeks Later after watching this?
I did. I did
as well.
4 or 5 days after the fact.
Didn't realize how much I did not like that movie in hindsight.
I liked it at the time. I had zero knowledge of memory of it.
I remembered liking it, but watching it right after 28 Days Later, I did not like it.
I thought Idris Elba was the main character going into it.
I did as well.
I was like, damn, I'm totally misremembering this.
He's in it for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, he's like 5 lines of dialogue.
He gets
remember if he dies.
He gets the what? Prometheus treatment? Is it Prometheus?
Yeah, he doesn't die on camera.
Yeah, you never see him again once everything kind of goes to shit.
Hey, I almost forget that he's even in that movie.
Yeah, I remember being okay with it when it came out. I don't know what's changed since then, but yeah, watching it back to back with this, it's that luster just ain't there. The firebombing sequence was cool though. I'll give him that much.
Yeah, it was slick. I mean, I think it was all CG, whereas the firebombing sequence in this movie isn't CG. We'll get there.
On top of that person's review, this movie is the discovery of Cillian Murphy too. I mean, you can't deny the impact this has had on film in general, let alone the horror genre.
I thought this is the only opportunity to kind of shit on the movie because the rest of it's probably going to be just pandering to it.
Slurp fest.
I had issues when this came out as well that this was, from what I remember, the first time that we saw zombies that ran.
Yeah, because I was often credited as like that, the beginning of that.
I was a Romero kid, so like I'm so used to the slow zombies that a bunch of them will kill you, but they're very slow. So I thought, well, this is fucked up. This isn't how zombies work. But now it's obviously been a lot of years, a lot of seeing this stuff. So
wasn't it one of the Dead movies that had like zombies running or moving faster than a snail's pace?
If you're talking about the Living Dead series, that's different. That's not Romero. That's his buddy.
Oh,
but yes, I think one of the Return of the Living Dead 3, I think, has runners. I'm not positive.
I'm not positive either.
I don't think I was
We're such a good podcast.
I wasn't that dug into the lore of what makes a zombie to have any qualms with it at the time, I guess.
Look, I like watching the movies, all right? But when it comes to analyzing them, not really the best.
The shit looked cool. I was like, I like this.
So,
why the fuck do zombies even move slowly anyway before we get into it? Like, why is that?
It's a dead.
What's the logic there?
It's a dead person, Chris.
It's a reanimated corpse.
Deadites move it.
Man.
Deadites can sprint.
You need to go read some Reddit posts. This is not a zombie movie.
It's hell. It's an infected movie.
This is
a
pandemic.
You call these zombies, you are stepping on somebody's dick. You're stepping on somebody's elephant trunk. You better calm down.
Well, I apologize for your elephant trunk. Go watch 28 Years Later.
We all know what we're talking about here, though. But going back to the zombies, Deadites run. You don't have a problem with that.
They're not zombies.
It's not zombies. It's Deadites.
Yes, they're possessed.
Is a Yeti Bigfoot, Chris? You racist motherfucker. Okay.
How are we resurrecting? If we're resurrecting a dead body, that doesn't mean it doesn't have the ability to move at a fast speed. That's all I'm saying. I don't get the logic there. That's all.
That's your problem. Stick to fucking A24, you fucking bitch.
Yeah. It's not.
Don't worry about zombies. Leave zombies to everybody else.
Cashing them checks, baby.
All right. And in juxtaposition, one of y'all said juxtaposition earlier, so I'm going to start using that word a lot. Juxtaposition to our negative review. We have a positive review by a young man. I'm going to go ahead and make that claim. Bad Roosevelt. On May 19th of 2025, here super recently. I ran out of the theater back in the day. I wish I'd stayed. This iconic film attracted my curiosity when it was first released enough so that I actually ventured to theaters to see it. It didn't take long for it to be too much for my tender young nerves. I left the theater at approximately the half-hour mark. Suffice it to say, I didn't give this film the chance it deserved. I have long since regretted that. 22 years later, I finally got around to finishing it, and it captured my imagination just as much as I thought it would. Watching this with the hindsight of COVID hits a little differently. Watching a young Cillian Murphy roam the streets of London Wondering what happened to the world oddly feels closer to our lived experience. Boyle gave us something that unexpectedly turned into a tutorial on quarantining. And for a thriller that has a dark and menacing feel, from the opening frame, it has a refreshing sense of humor and true moments of wonder at humanity's existence. Recommended to the highest degree.
You should have waited 28 years later to watch it.
I know, he dropped the fucking ball. Stupid idiot.
That would have been a great setup.
Why didn't you go watch it in 2031, you fucking weirdo?
Yeah, dummy. I concur, though. A lot of cool ideas here.
I really do see the movie in a different light now after, going through COVID.
I remember being perturbed when I was 14, 15 when this came out, and seeing the empty streets like that, how eerie that was, And so we went through this shit and you kind of forget about it. Going for a walk outside and you don't see another human being.
That's going through Madison Maydan at fucking 8 o'clock on a Sunday. Kind of the same shit.
I get a weird feeling, even to this day, having lived in a small town almost my whole life, going out and not encountering a person at all, in a downtown area, still gives me a weird.
Oh, those are the best days. Those are the best days.
I know, but it feels like you're in a movie like this, doesn't it? In a way, there's an eeriness to it.
When I walk my dogs,
a Texas Chainsaw Massacre to it or something
in suburbia, and I don't see anybody, it's like the perfect day.
That's the perfect time for Leatherface to come get your ass.
That's fine. I got 2 dogs. He's gonna kill the dogs first.
That's fine. I got my library card. I'm gonna go figure out how to defeat your ass.
We were walking through.
Let's go rent something Leatherface.
We were walking through downtown Winston the other day, and we walked by the bus station, and we stopped and looked, and there was this guy who was openly pissing into another guy's mouth.
Whoa,
and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking to myself, I wish a fucking zombie apocalypse would happen right fucking now. Somebody fucking clean these streets.
Wow. I mean, that's one way to hydrate, I suppose.
Fucking nasty at the bus stop, bro.
This is why the Charlotte Hornets get a bad rap, because the stadium they play in is right across from the Charlotte bus stop.
Fucking
station,
gross.
Sorry.
Oh
bus
my
station.
God.
Some vagrancy in the area.
You can just taste the hepatitis in the air.
Well, probably in that guy's mouth.
Yikes. I mean, it could have been by request for all you know.
It probably was. It was probably paying.
Transaction.
It could have been like a Craigslist thing.
Casually encounters.
PP, seeking PP.
So before we move on to talking about some of the most important members of the crew, let's go ahead and go over the box office of this smash hit.
Cha-ching.
You guys have the numbers? You want me to give the numbers?
I know him. You go right ahead, though.
All right. On a budget of $8 million, domestically brought in $45 million, worldwide $72 million, as well as an opening weekend box office of $10 million. So what?
Very impressive.
Math-wise, that was what? 5 times its budget domestically alone?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I think I read the total haul was about 80 million, so about 10x.
Oof.
Theatrically, that's impressive.
For a movie
that is not beautiful, I would say.
Didn't get a sequel, though, immediately. Took a while.
I think they had sequel hell with this franchise.
I think it was rights. I think it was rights to the actual,
Yeah. 28 months later was a big thing, too, they were working on, and it kind of fell through.
I was telling somebody about this franchise the other day, and they said, why isn't there a month one? And I said, that's a very good question.
It was out there. I think they had.
You know what it is? Danny Boyle didn't want nobody coming behind him, because there's not going to be a thing after 28 years, right? What's it going to be? 280,000? Yeah, but it's going to be 28 years. But it's not going to be anything like 2,800 years or some shit.
28. Well, a fortnight is 2 weeks, right? 28 fortnights. I don't know how many years.
Well, no, you go, what? Days, weeks, months, years. What the fuck is after years?
28 decades later.
28 decades later?
280 years later.
Jesus.
It's feasible.
When we're all dead and gone in another century, it's going to be 128 years later.
Hey, speak for yourself. I'm living forever.
Yeah.
I'm going it's going to be Futurama style. Put my head in a fucking glass jar, baby.
Fitness. I hear you, bud.
But yeah, big numbers for such a small production. They had a bunch of neat little ways of getting around that budget. Mainly shooting on these digital Canon cameras, right? That definitely like took the cost of the movie down significantly.
Yeah, and it obviously adds to the aesthetic. You watch 5 minutes of this thing, especially on, like I say all the time, a big beautiful new television. It's definitely old school, man. This is the type of camera that you would use to shoot you and your buddies jumping on the trampoline back in like 1998.
Like somebody shot this and said, motherfucker said, shoot one, cut me, dog, cut me, dog, set me free.
For the audience out there, when we were fresh in our young 20s, we used this camera to make a couple of short films back in the day.
Hell yeah, baby!
Can be found on YouTube, right? Where they get taken down copyright.
Used to be. I don't know.
It's on an old hard drive somewhere. I could probably spin it up.
But our buddy saved his money.
Contribute $50 to our Patreon, and you too can own a copy.
Believe me, it's impressive. Our buddy saved his money up and bought this camera, and he goes, "This is the camera that they used in 28 Days Later. This is the model,
the one."
Okay,
right. We aspired to this. And this was like what 2010-ish.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah, I think that when what I read, this was like one of the first major studio films of any type to be shot entirely with a digital camera. This is the transitional time. Not quite HD yet, but it took us 8 years after this for everything went HD.
It's weird that it was shot digitally, but can't be remastered, but to a certain degree.
Yeah, that's why it can't be, because it was shot 100% digitally. If you shoot something with film, you can always upscale it. But if you shoot it digitally, it does not. That's why people like Nolan refuse to do it.
Oh.
Because your film is only good for the technology that it was shot with a digital camera.
Funny enough, though, they actually did shoot some of the movie on film. If you watch the ending sequence, the epilogue, the epilogue they filmed after they had actually finished rapping.
Yeah,
they filmed that on film, and you can tell the difference in the quality.
Right, you can see actually.
It's pretty insane.
Texture.
You get a Blu-ray copy, it looks like shit for the first 98% of the movie. The last 2% looks really fucking good.
Yeah, this was not in 4K when I was looking to spin it up.
All right, fellas, let's hop into a couple of, for me at least, two of the most important contributors to the movie in the whole. Director Danny Boyle.
Danny
Boyle. You guys want to talk about Danny?
I know a lot about Danny Boyle. He director of course, Train Spotting. That's a big deal. Slumdog Millionaire, 2008, got a Best Picture Oscar for that. And 127 Hours, James Franco one. Obviously, he is known for being super kinetic and very innovative with his film technique. But he's in a little bit of everything. He's hard to really pigeonhole him into a genre. I don't think he even considers this a horror movie, but it's as close as he gets to horror films.
How was that Steve Jobs shit he did with Ashton Kutcher?
It was good.
Was it Ashton Kutcher or who was Steve Jobs?
He did the good one, Michael Fassbender. Sorry.
Michael Fassbender.
Name disappeared for a minute. It's good quality acting. It was Aaron Sorkin script, so it reads well, but it doesn't really go with Danny's style, in my opinion. It's a very static, stationary type movie. And obviously, he's all about let's move the fucking camera everywhere. Even with 28 years later, from what I understand, they've done a lot of crazy stuff with iPhones and stuff.
Just to really cool
be
shots.
Crazy. Just to be crazy with the camera. And yeah, that's his style.
I found going through his information that he has turned down some pretty, I don't know if they're all great films, but big hitters. He turned down 8 Mile, Fight Club, and Alien Resurrection, which means that we would have had 4 credible directors to that point in the Alien franchise.
Yeah, it would have been impressive. Yeah, I think he and Fincher kind of have a similar arc. Obviously, Fincher's my number one guy, but to me, he's almost a British-ish version of him in a way. Not necessarily for his style, but for the way he chooses the movies he's going to make. He doesn't just say yes to everything like a lot of folks would do in those situations. Speaking of Fincher, apparently Mindhunter, they're going to do 3 movies to continue the series.
The same cast?
Yeah.
That's
Chris
fucking simple, dude. Hell yeah, bro.
If Fincher is in love with the scripts, that's
my man who played Ed Kemper is so good.
Yeah, I got to get David in there whenever I can. That's the guy, man. That's my goat.
We'll see.
I'm excited.
Just as important to the movie in the whole. Writer Alex Garland. future director / writer of the Elden Ring live action movie from A24, which is what I care about more than anything.
I love this dude. He's a super nerd, man.
Dude is like, he's a monster, man. Writer director of Civil War, Warfare, Men, Annihilation, Ex Machina, as well as the writer for the 2013's Devil May Cry video game franchise. How fucking cool is that?
Nerd, bro. He's such a nerd. That's what I love about this guy. He's brilliant. He's one of the smartest writers in Hollywood. He wrote a TV show called Devs as well. It was super fucking smart. Nick Offerman's in that. It was really good. Heard no one else I knew watched it, but it was awesome. Who do you watch Men? Who do you appreciated the ending of Men?
I went to, there's another theater story for you, buddies. I went to the theaters and watched it by myself. Saw that man
I don't envy that.
Crawl out of his own asshole multiple times by myself with a big bowl of buttery popcorn.
I was sitting on my couch. I was like, fuck. That was brutal. I was still going. Like 5 minutes later.
And then the last man, spoiler alert, is Rex boyfriend. So it got real confusing.
Yeah. I love some Alex Garland. Let him cook, man. That's all I can say. But Warfare, you mentioned that there. He was a co-director on that one. It came out this year. It's great. I got it at number 2 so far for 2025. If you're curious
for that film, I've got it on my list. It's on the back burner because all the reviews say that it's just the most accurate depiction of war ever on camera.
It probably is. He co-directed it with a guy who actually survived the encounter that you're watching happen.
It just doesn't. I mean, all kudos to that guy and the team and the whole situation. It just doesn't sound like a fun movie to watch.
Oh no, it's not fun. But it's great. Like the cast is incredible. It's like every dude from 20 to 30 that's good right now is in that fucking movie together. It was awesome, man. I loved it.
I gotta watch it then.
Still second to Sinners though. Hard to take that crown so far for me.
God, you fucking love that movie. I actually finally watched it. Good, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, nah, it's better than
the Irish vampire guy. He stole the show from me.
It was all banging.
Any other crew members you guys want to talk about before we jump into some factoids?
I'll just also mention that Alex wrote Dread. I know you didn't mention that, but I rewatched that.
The Carl Urban one?
Yeah, the good one, yeah.
Apparently there was an issue, I had a note here. There was an issue with the directing to where Carl Urban credits Garland with basically directing that film.
Yeah, I've heard hummings of that before, but it's never been officially clarified. But yeah, dude's got his hands in a lot of the good science fiction you've seen in the past 20 years, and you probably didn't even know it.
I thought Dread was pretty good, and it didn't get a sequel or any kind of...
Yeah, it's like one of those one-off things where, it kind of works as a one-off, just the way it plays.
Yeah.
On a rewatch, it held up. It was still just as good as I remembered it. The only other person I have as a cinematographer, his name is Anthony Dodd Mantle. Just obviously shot it on digital. Gives you that raw documentary feel. And like we said, it's kind of like the calling card for this movie. And I believe he shot 28 years later as well.
A fucking June bug in here. Y'all see that shit fly by the camera?
Well, they picked the right month, dude. That makes sense.
How about that? Get him. Get on his back.
What's it going to do next week? It's going to be July, bud.
This motherfucker, I'm about to kill this son bitch. Get fucking thump, pussy.
Take a pause from the pause for the calls here.
Pussy.
Pause for the calls.
Oh, I just fucking thumped his little brains out.
How about
call
that?
Call me the fucking pest control.
Makes me feel like a big man.
No animals were harmed in the making of this podcast.
I guess the only other person I want to throw out, John Murphy, composer. The score is great. But it has one piece of music in it that's like super recognizable. I feel
Is
like
it used multiple times in there?
It's used. I think it's used twice in the movie, but it's used in other movies. It's used in like Kick-Ass.
Oh, it's used in the movie's all right. Tell them the movie, Chris.
Tell them. Yeah, could not place why. I was like, why do I know this so much? Like I could almost hum it as it was happening, but I could not place how I do it.
What is it? I'm in suspense now. Like, tell me.
It was the ending song in one of those films that we made back in the day on the camera from 28 years later.
Oh, shit.
Blood
for
Money.
real?
Oh, God, it was.
In the house in a heartbeat.
When Frank's bleeding to death on the ground.
That's
camera's
awesome.
panning out.
Black.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Not fade to black, pan to black.
That movie was highly inspired by...
Why is there a big-ass black rent tangle just floating over here? Just pan to it.
All right, so I'm gonna throw out a few little factoids here. You guys can hop in any point in time. We discussed it already. One of the first mainstream films to be shot entirely digitally, much to its detriment for some people with how it just hasn't aged very well in terms of its looks. I personally still enjoy that. Like, I love the grittiness. Cillian Murphy, he spends roughly 30% of the movie either shirtless or nude.
He's
got a
in
nice
good
body
shape
for it. Pull it off. Yeah.
Skinny guy. Tommy Shelby.
The word fuck is used 61 times.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of fucking. It's like an
John
episode.
Hoffman.
It's like an episode of the podcast.
$1.
And yeah, Danny Boyle, he cast athletes of various shapes, sizes, creeds to play the most strenuous roles of the infected.
So we got some rugby and some soccer. Some
We got some
here.
I think we got some dancers. We got some people that are able to move at high speeds, a lot of stamina.
Like, they didn't want breakdancer lady.
They didn't want fucking.
She needs to be.
They didn't want Nick Frost's fat ass running down the damn.
Is the Australian chick from the Olympics?
Breaking. You talking about laser beam?
She had
What's
to
that
bring
bitch's
it
name?
down.
What's her name? Laser beam or something like that.
Don't be
Is she
spoiled
28
in 28 years later,
man?
Chris. Okay, don't be spoiled 28 years later.
With the fucking
damn judges.
the pie on the windowsill
The
thing.
judges
She's
are sitting
teaching
there
the young
fucking
kids how to dance
laughing.
on the island.
Fuck.
Major Laser, man, that bitch sat down breakdancing back 20 fucking years.
Hit him with
Set
that
women's
salmon dance.
athletics back 50 years.
She just canceled Kate and Clark right out.
That woman's a damn school teacher in Australia.
Shit,
oughta-
I hope they're learning something.
Well, if I was in,
It's not dance class.
kids, I would dress like her ass every fucking day, being there breakdancing like that.
Yeah,
Like,
imagine you sit
I'd be
there
like, teach.
you go-
I'd be like, teach. Can you give me a lesson?
She's up there like A squared plus B squared. Looks at the back of the room. There's the kid with the fucking hat on, just laughing at her.
I can't take this bitch seriously.
Can you break it down for us, Teach?
Teach. What's 0 plus 0? That was your fucking score these motherfuckers gave you at the Olympics.
That would be a 0, sir.
Undefined, bitch. Oh, Christ.
How they gonna give you a damn score of try again?
Mulligan.
She's gonna say it was so good it was unscorable. That's like that. That's how you turn it.
Damn right. She was playing 40 chess at that point. I got a pretty cool note here. Garland claimed to have largely forgotten about the genre, the zombie genre, until he played Resident Evil from 1996. And that is what inspired him to write this script.
That's why
Isn't
they
that
run.
fucking cool? There you go. Resident Evil.
Damn video games.
Dude's
Roaring.
a super nerd. He's beaten Elden Ring like 8 or 9 times, from what I understand. That's, if you know, you know.
Damn, he's
That's
doing
some serious
New
nerddom.
Game Plus.
That's a game that's taking you at least 100 hours of pop, and it's hard as fuck. You
You're telling me
die
this
constantly.
guy is directing and writing all these scripts. I'm assuming has a life, and it's also playing a
Fucking
100-hour
PlayStation
video
on
game.
set with him, dog. Got a
Wow.
PS5 on set with him.
Good for him. He is Adderall out of his mind, probably.
Dude's super nerdy. I love it, man. I love to see one of our own represented on the big screen. Another thing about the budget, apparently it was so low that they only could shut down London for a few minutes at a time. So pretty much everything you see like that is shot at 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning. And they had like 5 minutes to shoot for the day.
Sunday morning rain is falling.
Ooh.
Still some cover, share some skin.
It is a very cool scene shot of him walking down those empty streets. It's just impressive.
Very effective. I kept looking for cracks in it too, because I'm like, okay, there's got to be like one guy like walking his dog or some shit way off in the distance. Couldn't find any, which is probably implemented based on the fact that the film itself is kind of shitty looking. So
I
I
doubt.
can see those details if they were there.
I doubt you can pull this shit off nowadays. Like as many
It'd be
people that are
tough.
living in London, England.
London time.
Oh, I'm going one day, man. I got into the football in the past 6 months, so I gotta go one day. Check out those Arsenal Gunners in person.
He's calling it football now. He's fully converted.
It's football.
Disgusting.
I'm
Makes me
sorry.
sick. Makes
It
me
is
sick.
football. It doesn't
Makes
make
me
sense,
sick to hear it.
Why we call American football football. It doesn't make sense. Ask Justin Tucker if it's really a football game or not.
Well, allegedly,
Well.
Chris. Okay.
10 weeks.
Alleged.
10 weeks, he's gone. He got suspended today.
I understand, but it's alleged. I'm going to bury the man.
For the infected, Danny Boyle said he took inspiration from real-life diseases, particularly Ebola. Aspects of rabies.
Do you have Ebola? Y'all remember
the rabies? Yeah,
y'all remember the Knuckles, the Ugandan Knuckles
Vine,
shit
wasn't
on
it?
YouTube?
That was a Vine thing, wasn't it?
Oh, Vine was
it's like the guy that paid to, and he
Do not disrespect the queen. Are you the queen? I spit on you.
Will Sasso was a
You have
legend on
Ebola.
Vine.
I don't understand why it died. Did someone buy it?
I think TikTok came along, man. TikTok beat the hell out of Vine.
It's the same damn thing.
It's not.
Nah, man.
What's the
TikTok
difference?
is
I love
fucking,
TikTok.
TikTok is digital crack.
It is.
Good
Yeah.
God,
it,
man.
Yeah.
I still haven't signed onto it one time, so I don't know.
I've said
I
down
be getting,
for
Is it
some-
like
I be
the,
getting sent some shit all the time. And
Is it like
just-
YouTube Shorts? Because I fucking hate those.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing, yeah.
I refuse to
YouTube
watch
Shorts, it ripped off TikTok. That's all it is.
But the TikTok
It's not
has
for me.
the best. Well, they did have the best algorithm. I know there's a lot of issues right now, but their algorithm was the shit.
Man, they got all these World War
Gotcha.
III memes and shit going on. Boy, that shit is so fucking funny.
Anyway, back on track here. Last note I have here. Apparently, at a certain point, the producer announced that the production had run out of money, and they still had not shot a satisfactory ending. They had pitched several different endings because the original one apparently tested badly with the audiences before the studio granted them money to shoot the final ending that we got. Apparently, this was a Debbie Downer of a movie.
Yeah, I think the original
multiple
ending was
endings.
like one of our characters dying and the other two just walking away.
Life goes on. That's all I got on production.
All I had was a shout out to Britain's National Lottery, which includes heavy product placement because it funds the British Film Council. I kept seeing the British National Lottery like every 5-10 minutes in this movie.
I saw a lot of Pepsi in this movie.
There's a lot of
Shout
Pepsi,
out
yeah.
North Carolina's own, baby.
Back-to-back films with
Made
Pepsi.
right here.
Yeah, we know who won
Made
the,
in the
the soda.
Carolinas.
We know who won the soda wars.
Which is kind of sad because I'm a Coke guy myself. Look at it.
Cheer one here, buddy. Well, shit. Outside of that, Ewan McGregor was initially cast as Jim, but he had a falling out with Danny Boyle over 2000's The Beach for some reason.
Was he in The Beach?
Well, he was going to be the role of Leonardo DiCaprio, but
So
Leo.
you chose that
Leo
fucker
DiCaprio.
over me. I can't
That
even do it.
fucker,
Pretend to
that
speak.
American bloke fucker.
Is the beach good?
No, it's not.
It's weird.
Okay.
Okay, weird. It's definitely a product of its time. I would not. I wouldn't recommend it based on my memory.
Yeah, but
Like
after
Leo's first foray into doing weird shit.
after McGregor's casting didn't work out, Ryan Gosling was offered the role of Jim, but declined due to a scheduling conflict.
Was he around?
2002. What the hell was he doing? Remember the Titans at this point?
I don't know, but damn, Cillian Murphy's
course.
ass. If he didn't have this, he wouldn't be where he's at. I don't think. This was like
this gets
this
him,
was the
yeah.
springboard for Cillian Murphy.
Yeah, this is the definition of how he gets the biggest role he gets for a long time.
I know we've
This puts him on Nolan's map.
gone on a lot of tangents here. I got to go on one more to back up. How is Ryan Gosling going to play? I don't know if this is true or not. This could be TikTok lore. I have no idea. Ryan
Oh
Gosling
boy.
is going to play the Black Panther.
Oh, you ain't heard about that?
I don't
This sounds
understand
like
The
some
Black
fake
Panther's
news
got a
shit,
white
bro.
son.
what's going on. Is that fake news? Is it real?
No, the Black Panther's got a white son.
I'm gonna
If I
like
get-
in
I'm
the
gonna hit the fake
comics.
news
In the
button.
comics, the new Black Panther is white now.
Am I getting pranked?
I'm hitting the fake news button.
I'm
dude.
not, dude.
And I'm
Ryan
backing away.
Gosling.
the Black Panther.
I want
I'm not even
fucking.
gonna research
I
it.
want
I'm just
Forrest
gonna say
Whitaker.
no,
I want Forrest
and I'm
Whitaker
leaving.
to do the fucking Lion King on the dude's forehead.
The Black Panther.
I love
Wonky
fucking
ass
Forrest
That
eyes.
is, that's messed up. It's messed up.
Just rewatch Rogue One. Shout out to Saw Gerrera. Forrest is he's a treasure.
Unchabu!
Panic Room, dog. Come on now. Battlefield Earth.
Dude, I like him in Rogue One.
That's what the hell I literally just referenced.
Nah, he's in. Nah, not Rogue One. What's that shit? Andor.
Andor.
Yeah, he's in like the newest
That's
season
just
of
a prequel
Andor.
for Rogue One, dog.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I might watch
Dude,
Dude,
that.
speaking
that
of Disney, man, any of you guys watch Ironheart yet?
Nah, I hadn't seen that.
That shit
it
is
just came
sick,
out like
bro.
today, right?
What is Ironheart? What are y'all watching
Oh
children's movies
man,
for?
Ironheart, bro. That's the new Iron Man.
Is that a radio station?
They got Joanna Man's ass to play fucking the new Iron Man.
Oh, Joanna Mann's in it.
Yeah, Joanna Man.
Anthony Nunez Jr. I think it's his name.
He's Iron Man now.
Okay,
That's
fine.
not true. It's a girl, right? It's a young girl.
Anthony Miguel Nunez Jr. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah,
Miguel.
don't you feel bad now that you messed his name up? That's supposed to be your guy. If that's all there is for the production notes, you guys ready to hop on, take a big bite of the meat and potatoes? Nah, what would it be for the
fish and chips?
The fish and chips.
God,
no, what's that? Beans. What's it? What is like beans and spaghetti? Like spaghetti. What is it? They eat? Like beans and toast.
They put beans on toast and shit. Yeah,
beans and toast.
Blood sausage.
And fucked up teeth.
I was watching Welcome to Wrexham. They're like, before a game, girls got toast. She just puts like beans all over and eats it.
They nasty.
What the fuck is she doing?
Fuck over there, bro.
Why?
What are you doing?
Ugh.
I guess it's protein. I don't know.
God.
I was like, fry up you a damn egg.
Y'all might as well eat
cover everything
fucking
in butter here.
across the pond. Y'all
from
might as well be
couple-
eating fucking dog food.
This is coming from people who eat Vienna sausages and shit. So I don't know if we get anything.
Yeah, but that's got flavor.
You dip them in vinegar though, man.
It's
They
got
good.
flavor.
God
All right.
almighty.
Pig lips and assholes.
Oh, baby. Talking my language now.
A little bit of pepper.
All right.
Pickled sausages.
Let's hop into 2002's 28 Days Later.
Mr. Bridges.
Were you bitten?
I started. They live 4 doors down.
Were you bitten? Did any of the blood get in your mouth? Mark?
Wait.
Our story begins with the outbreak in a Cambridge laboratory amidst a selection, a large selection of test subject chimpanzees. An animal rights activist group breaks in and releases said chimpanzees unknowingly that they are infected with the rage virus, leading to a rapid spread of the infection across Great Britain, and society collapses.
I had no recollection of this intro, man. To me, this movie is so much Jim waking up in the hospital.
I didn't either. I was looking at the posters before I watched it, and all the posters had monkeys on. I was like, what in the hell are the monkeys on the posters for?
Yeah, I was like, where the fuck am I? As the movie started, I was like, am I watching like the wrong version of this?
The reason it really stuck with me is I've always had this fear of chimpanzees. Like,
They're terrifying in this first 5 minutes.
I mean, they're just terrifying in general.
They're strong motherfuckers.
But dude, when that first,
They rip your fucking face off.
when the first bite victim, like one of the activists, like turns around and he hits his like co-activist with the Dilophosaurus fucking projectile blood vomit. I started dying laughing.
It's like a spam button in like Street Fighter. They just go, bah. It's like their default.
Look, and then it shows her like immediately turning because the infection only takes like what 10-20 seconds before you actually like infected with rage. Like
yeah, I think
it shows
is 10 seconds.
It shows a chimp like clapping as she's tearing into like the scientists that have been experimenting. Yeah, it was great.
That's a good point too, because this movie brought it to where it corrected how fast it reacts. Because if you go back to Dawn of the Dead, there's a whole sad scene where one of the guys gets bit, and it's like the process of him changing. And like,
it shows his birthday. It shows like a bunch of shit. 4 years later, he turns.
Well, it's a little quicker than that, but yeah. There's like a scene where he's playing a video game, and it's like the last time he's going to probably do this.
You
before he
you
dies.
see him playing catch with his son. And
There you
like,
go.
he does it over the
Yeah.
course of
Him
like
and
3
Flyboy
years.
playing catch at the mall.
Yeah, how about what they were showing the fucking monkey when he was strapped down to the table, dude?
Dude, that was some Clockwork
brutal, man.
Orange shit.
That shit was terrifying.
That monkey was
I was
pissed.
like, fuck. That monkey was watching Terrifier the whole way.
It was so cool. That motherfucker was hanging, and they was like punching him in the face like he was a fucking punching bag.
Yeah, dude.
Like in one of
that
the-
shit was
one of the
brutal.
Hey, buddy. Art's going to cut the lady in half. You mean at the waist?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
And I feel like the way that footage is presented, it's almost all like handheld footage, CCTV type stuff. And I think that kind of informs the cinematography of the movie that we're about to watch as well. Like what we're seeing is real, because what that monkey is seeing is supposedly like real shit, right? And that's how that footage is presented to us.
I love the slow like pan out. Like we're initially like led to believe what we're watching is the actual movie,
Yeah.
like the violence and
Right,
stuff.
yeah.
And
We're
it
watching
pans
the
out,
outbreak happen.
and we see it's just a chimp strapped to a fucking table, being
Very
force-fed this violence and tragedy. Very, very, very cool, in my opinion. 28 days after said outbreak, bicycle courier Jim awakes from a coma in an abandoned London hospital, finds the city deserted, and discovers the aftermath of the pandemic. Jim, played by
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy, who we've
Big
talked
deal,
about
man, heard of him.
in the past on our
Have we
Quiet
covered him
Place
before?
Quiet Place 2 episode. Yeah, don't forget about that. Irish born, the motherland.
Irishman.
2024 winner of an Oscar for Best Leading Man for his role in Oppenheimer as J. Robert Oppenheimer, the father of the atomic bomb. Cold Mountain, also Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy as Scarecrow / Jonathan Crane. He was in Red Eye, where he plays the antagonist. His great
directed by who?
Tim Burton.
Is that a Wes Craven joint?
Craven.
Fucking
Is this
gross.
the one where he's chasing Rachel
He ain't
McAdams?
chasing nobody.
Yep.
He's in a fucking airplane. He ain't chasing shit.
I mean, can you blame a man for chasing Rachel McAdams?
I don't know. He needs to chase a scalpel and get that fucking zit off her face.
She's beautiful, man. I don't want to hear that.
Y'all remember that big ass zit
Blasphemy.
she got?
It's a mole, dude. Get the fuck out
Oh,
of
it
here
is a
with
mole.
this
Yeah,
zit
yeah.
talk. Joy's full of shit.
This ain't Marilyn
Yeah,
Monroe
this
we're
is,
talking about, brother. You better chill.
Cillian Murphy. This is the specific role that gets him Scarecrow. Nolan sees this and adopts him under his wing. We get him in this. We get him in Batman, which blows him up. He gets Inception from that. He gets Oppenheimer, aka an Oscar from that.
Look, you can't talk
You
about
can't
this
talk
guy
about this
and not
man
talk
without
about
talking about
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky fucking Blinders.
Tommy Shelby, leader of the
Everybody
Shelby gang.
Has to do the
Tommy
accent.
Shelby.
Has anybody
Which
ever
one
talked
of
about
you-
Peaky Blinders and not
Which
done the
one of
accent?
you fucks?
You have to, man.
Which one
You
of
have,
you?
you have to do Arthur. Arthur's the coolest fucking one. He's got the coolest voice. Tommy fucking Shelby. He's the one who's always smoking and drinking and, like, beating the shit out of people.
I
That's his older
fucking
brother
hate
on the show.
pikeys.
I've never
Oh,
seen
no,
a
that's
second
different.
of Peaky Blinders.
It's fucking awesome, dude. Just watch it. Just watch it. But yeah, they're doing a TV, and I don't know if it's a TV. It's a Netflix presents movie to wrap up the series. So
Oh, like with
binge the
Deadwood.
show. You got a movie coming on the way. Yeah, kind of
That
like
was
that.
pretty
But
good.
yeah, it was okay. It wasn't as good as a show though.
Well, I mean, it's been
Because when you spend so many time with those characters, like you can't wrap all that up in 2 hours. You know, it just can't be done. I don't think.
so.
Yeah, Tom Hardy's also in that series as well. If that tickles your biscuit.
With Mr. Murphy, for years before he became obviously much bigger than what he is from this film, I got him mixed up with Peter Green, who would be the bad guy from The Mask.
What the fuck? That dude with the forehead?
Yeah, they both had big foreheads. They're both like tall, skinny.
That dude kind of looks like Peter Weller now that I think about it.
See? All they had lead singer of the Talking Heads.
I don't think Cillian Murphy looks anything like Peter Weller, though. Like our Venn diagram is not making any
This is
sense.
quite
here.
the spectrum of...
You look just like A looks like B and B looks like C, but A and C look nothing alike.
What happened to Cameron Diaz? Yeah, what happened to Cameron Diaz?
She married
She like
Joe-
fell off after that movie, huh?
No, she married the dude from Good Charlotte.
No, I'm talking in terms of her looks. Like she was fine as hell in The Mask.
She's still pretty attractive.
Yeah, still can't
She cut her
really-
hair off. She did look. I did like the long hair though. I will give you that.
God, she was hot. She was like voluptuous
She was
in those movies.
smoking
Now she's
that
like
one,
a
yeah.
fucking. What's that? What's the ones that
I
throw
think
up
she
all
got
the time?
skinnier.
Sort of watching her figure.
Bulimic?
Yeah, she's like bulimic.
There's something about Mary. Yeah, she's really skinny at that point.
She wiped cum in her hair. That was cool.
And
Yeah,
one
that
of the
happened.
one of the note is that he is only 5'9", and in his movies he comes off much taller than that.
Only
He
5'9".
does seem
Fuck
like
you.
a big guy.
Well, I'm just saying.
So he's about my size.
Well, all right.
Standard height. It's average height.
Yeah, he's only 5'9". Fucking Tom
That's average,
Cruise is
dude.
5'2". Man.
Most
Shut the
people are,
fuck up.
dog. That's the height of most adult men, Hootie.
Tom
I
Cruise
understand.
flying jet planes, riding motorcycles with women on it.
Good
What are
God.
you doing?
I'm saying that it looks like he's
Pussy.
taller in the movies than the average man. Okay.
Motherfucker, that's every fucking leading man in every movie ever made. The fuck
Wait
are
till
you
we
talking
cover the
about?
Toxic Avengers. See what the fuck Hootie's got to say about that. Peter Dinklage is.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage, man, you know he's only 3'6". Motherfucker, I thought he was at least 5 foot.
Hornswoggle is pissed at Peter Dinklage. Hornswoggle wants to beat Peter Dinklage's ass, by the way.
Hornswoggle couldn't fucking carry Peter Dinklage.
Hornswoggle said that Peter Dinklage set back small people actors for decades.
Little people. What, because he's too good?
Small people. I didn't mean to.
Fucking small people.
Because he's like too good?
Many people.
Apparently, Disney went to Peter and said, would it be appropriate for the new Snow White movie?
Is this the Snow White thing?
To have
yeah, when he shit on it.
And he shitted on them, and then they made the actors, I guess, they're digital or some shit. I don't watch the movie.
Yeah, it's like Ian McShane, like his face.
God.
You haven't seen the little fuckers? It's like Ian McShane.
I'm not.
Wait, pull up the picture. Pull it
You're
up. I'm gonna fucking see it
They
now.
plastered somebody's
I need a
face
visual.
onto a
What do I-
CGI little person. No wonder
What do I
Hornswoggle's
fucking
fucking
Google?
pissed.
Do I Google
I'm
Ian
mad
McShane?
now for Hornswoggle.
Do I Google Ian McShane midget or something?
Oh, shit. Maybe I'm misremembering that. But I'm pretty sure in the Huntsman, Ian McShane is one of the dwarfs.
I just want to go find Hornswoggle and give him some money.
That doesn't look that bad. I'm looking right at it, man. That does not look that bad.
It sounds horrendous.
It's Ian McShane,
Nick
though,
Frost
bro.
is one too.
That's Al Swearingen CGI
Nick
as little
Frost.
person.
We
is
know
a
it's a
fucking-
grown-ass.
That's
But we
Nick-
don't know it's a grown-ass man. We
That's
know it's a
Nick-
tall man.
That's Nick Frost is a fucking midge, dog.
I told you, it's some weird shit.
Let me see. You recognize this motherfucker right here? Hold on. This the one.
But yeah, like Peter Dinklage's whole point was the fact that you're still going to call them dwarves. Like they're mythical creatures when they're just little people.
And we got a Hornswoggle, can't find a job.
Hornswoggle was call me. He said, "What if I call me what the fuck you want?"
Look at-
Oh God. Oh shit. We got to move on, man. This is territory we don't need to be treading in.
Shit. This
love you,
motherfucker
Hornswoggle.
said,
Jim,
no,
like the-
read this shit. Hold on. Let me read this. The makers of a major new film about Snow White are facing stern criticism and 100 midget march from the disability rights lobby for using fully sized British actors to play the Seven Dwarfs. This is akin to blackface, complained Danny Woodburn.
They got a point.
Actor
They
with
got a point.
dwarfism, pissed over his role on Seinfeld. They're doing 100 midget march. That's only like actually 30-some people.
Oh, we gotta get this shit back on rails.
Oh, man.
Yo, wait
So we
till
got
we
Jim waking up.
to Leprechaun Origins.
Jim wakes
Oh,
up.
that's fucking coming. Jim wakes up in an
butt
abandoned
ass
hospital.
naked.
Yeah, that was apparently that's his real dick. That's all. That's all Killian is.
Why did he not have a
There was a dick in
blanket
there?
or a gown? What'd you?
Because he wanted your attention.
What'd you watch the fucking
Hey.
You didn't see his dick.
fucking library
You
version?
saw his bush at least,
I
right?
watched 28 years later, and the next day I watched 28 days later, and the amount of dick I saw in 28 years, it was white noise for dick thereafter.
It was just dick.
I
dick,
just
dick,
like,
dick.
okay, cool. I didn't even see a dick.
I haven't had this much dick since I was in freshman year of college. Yeah, I mean, he gets like the full frontal laying there, and it sits with him for a while. And he's like, yeah, he's not ashamed of himself. Got a little bush going at the top, too. Kind of looks like Joey's facial hair.
Oh, just like it.
But yeah, that was filmed in a real abandoned hospital. Very reminiscent of The Walking Dead, obviously. And the empty streets, like we pointed out earlier, those shots are still
Yeah,
pretty chilling.
he's like walking through like Piccadilly Circus,
Hello.
Oxford Street, Horse Guards Parade, walking through all sorts of these places. They're very, very, very cool, but also very, very like ominous, very, very unsettling. I'm sure if like you're from that part of the world, and if you were to see this, no
I've
one
never seen it like this
the
before.
juxtaposition of how it actually looks, with all the tourists and all the people throughout. That probably
So what
really
would it be
was-
like a comp for, like in New York, Times Square being deserted would be like that for an American, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
This is never
Chicago or
happens.
something like that.
Tokyo. Imagine that Tokyo intersection you always see, like empty. How
Oh.
fucking creepy that would be.
Yeah, I think this is where we actually hear that that song we were talking about in the house in a heartbeat.
Like that guitar riff that's picking
Yeah,
up.
it's just pick like the build up and stuff as he realizes like the
Hello?
extent of the situation and seeing that the city was evacuated for some unknown reason.
Adam, if you wake up in a hospital like this and you drink your Pepsi and you're naked and there's nobody around and it's a big city, I am not going to be yelling,
I would hang out for a while.
That's also a
I
good
wouldn't
point.
let's go to the street. Let's go to the street and just start yelling.
First thing I'm doing, I'm going to the women's restroom. I want to see what that's all about.
Well, there you go.
Oh, you never had to clean those. Me and Hootie used to have to clean those back in the day, so we've had our time.
Don't miss that at all. It is probably a good point by you, though. I think the world was a little more communicative. There we go. In this time.
Yeah, wasn't like everybody's on their cell phones or indoors playing Call of Duty or whatever, you know? Probably a more fervent outdoor lifestyle.
What'd you guys think about the church scene where we like,
man, actually the infected, dude.
Yeah.
That shit was ominous. I actually had rewatched that scene twice because the first time I was kind of confused about the way that it was shot. When he's looking out into like the pews and he sees all the bodies laying there. Mm-hmm. It looks like a painting at first. I was like, did something fucking move? So I rewound it. And then you get the guy like silently whipping his head back.
It's sitting there slack-jawed.
And then Jim just doesn't really react to him. I was like, did I fucking see that right?
Oh, he keeps hitting him with the hello. Hello?
But then he has like two guys whip their head on him.
Hello, anyone there?
And Jim just keeps walking. I'm like, you didn't fucking react to that?
Were those two guys eating bodies or were they taking a nap?
Well, here's the thing. The thing is, it goes back to these aren't zombies. They don't subside on anything whatsoever.
Flesh.
They don't even I don't even think they really bite in this movie. Like, I'm sure they do like gnash their teeth and like get you however they can get you, however they can infect you. But I don't think
animalistic, just like
they
the chips.
They don't go for like biting at first. I think they love spitting blood in a motherfucker's eyes.
That's the finisher.
They love doing that shit, dude. They love hitting you with the reptile from Mortal Kombat.
They like to pound too. They'll beat the hell out of something in a minute.
See, now I was watching this and seeing how the infected act, and then I watched 28 weeks later the scene where the husband is attacking his wife while she's like strapped down in the gurney. Like, it's over the fucking top, like, stupid.
Yeah, it seems like I'm as a character of this movie, the second one.
That might be the review of the entire movie, actually.
Let's just take that first one and give it to a fan and try to get them to make it cooler, you know, as opposed to actually build on what was done with the first one. But yeah, the church scene is great. This is like I said, this is the fast zombies. This is where we experience it for the first time. And apparently the makeup was pretty minimal. They were just doing contact lenses and fake blood, mostly performance as far as the jerkiness and all the cool shit that you see there. A lot of that's in camera, which we really don't get much of these days.
So, once Jim actually startles the infected, they give chase. However, he is rescued by survivors Selena and Mark, who take him to their makeshift refuge and explain their predicament. Selena, played by
Naomi Harris.
Lovely lady. Ooh. Naomi Harris.
She is a fox, boy.
Ow! Who apparently was in Swan Song and Black Bag.
Yeah, apparently.
She in Black Bag?
It's new. It's the new.
She was.
The guy that directed
Predator. Watched it. Soderbergh. I watched it. I don't recall her in it.
Well, probably
I misremember that.
You didn't watch it hard enough.
She's definitely she's Moneypenny from the Daniel Craig Bond films.
Personally, I know her as Tia Dalma from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
I know what Swan Song is the Mahershala Ali movie where he goes and kills himself on the island. Apple.
I love that one.
Yeah.
How come I'm the one referencing a good movie here? I got a Skyfall in my
back.
What?
Fucking Pirates of the Caribbean, bitch. There's 10 of them movies for a reason.
The first one was good. After that, it was kind of all blah. But speaking of James Bond, we got the new director announced today. Did you hear about this?
Is it the guy that directs the Top Gun movies?
Is it Alex Garland?
Oh, both good guesses. I actually say those two would be excellent choices. This one's an even better choice, though. Director of Dune, Denis Villeneuve, is taking over the Bond franchise.
God, how the fuck is Bond going to sneak? How's Bond going to sneak around with that loud ass movie playing? Screaming at you. 007.
Imagine Bond on fucking Arrakis riding a sandworm. God, that would be fucking awesome. Now we just got to get a new Bond.
I'll take another year, probably.
Probably. We got the Harry Potter kids, though, so we got that off the list.
Dude, I'm hoping Aaron Taylor Johnson gets that.
I think he might be getting too old too quick, man.
Give my boy a shot. Give my boy a chance.
I feel like we're in there.
I'm rooting for him.
We went through the years with the Chris's. Yeah, the Hemsworth, the Pratts, the yada, Evans.
Yeah.
And now we're in this era of I don't want to call them short, but they seem short. Short, skinny white dudes with like the half long hair and the short beards. The dude from The Bear, the dude from Dune, and the dude from 28 Years Later. All look alike to me.
You talking
The
about
dude from The Bears be swinging a hammer in
Jeremy
Shameless, so
Allen
you need to
White?
chill.
What? Yeah.
talking about Jeremy Allen White, a.k.a. Bruce Springsteen?
Yes. Looks very much like Chalamet, who looks very much like the dude in 20 Years Later.
I'm going to go ahead. This is my prediction. We'll see if it comes true in 100 years or whatever. So one of the dudes from Warfare is going to be the next Bond. I'm just throwing it out there.
Oh. Okay.
That's a good crop of young actors.
One
One
of
of them is going to do it.
One of the dudes.
Look them up. It's going
Who
to be one of
the
them.
fuck wants one of them unknowns to be Bond?
They're not all knowns.
Chris, Daniel Craig, brother.
Will Poulter's in there.
You gonna
Will
follow
Poulter?
up? Will Poulter
Is
looking
Bill
like
Skarsgård
fucking-
swinging a M16 around in Iraq?
Will Poulter was actually the first choice for Pennywise. So him and Skarsgård do have kind of a similar look.
Oh.
Yeah, but neither one of
I'll
them
throw
would be
Bill in
like
the
a
mix.
good Bond, man. We need somebody that's like suave and debonair.
Let's do Bill Skarsgård then.
That dude looks like a Martian.
Now,
I like
he is
Alexander Skarsgård.
He
personally.
ain't fucking. He
Yeah,
ain't.
he is tall.
He's not
He is tall.
seducing anybody. He'll stick
What the hell-
out in the
what
crowd,
Who do you
man.
have here with the damn ruler, man? Is he tall
tall. I got
enough
that
to play this
barbarian measuring
character?
tape. Just by square footage, man.
I want it bigger. No wonder he was talking about how big these penises are. This motherfucker brought a measuring tape to the movie theater.
It's shocking.
Shockingly large penises.
Bad part, it was me and my brother-in-law sitting there on opening night just watching. Just penis.
Loving it.
Man, this
What you think?
Man, this is
Hey,
this is
brother,
great.
what you think about that dick? Man, that's a big dick.
Hey, man, you going to finish that popcorn?
Man, don't reach too deep in that popcorn. You might kill something.
Oh, shit. How's
Surprise.
the popcorn bucket tilted?
Dude, what if they did a popcorn bucket for that movie and it was just a big dick? Oh goodness. Do we need to talk about Mark's the actor who plays Mark at all? Noah.
His name is
Huntley.
Noah Huntley. Yeah.
We've already met him
um,
before.
He was He was in Event Horizon. That's the only thing I had to say about the man.
He was on
He was
fire.
the Burning Man. That's him.
He was on fire.
But Selena in the Machete, she's pretty badass.
Dude, she
character.
is a bad ass. Very hardened,
cooler than I
very hopeless character. She thinks, it's all over, everything's fucked. I think that's her words.
I think it's one of the things about this movie that I really appreciate, especially watching this as an older man, is how weak Cillian Murphy's character is. Like, he's so sensitive in this book. You never get this kind of a protagonist in these types of movies. He is not assertive. He's not badass.
Well, he's
Once we get
he's
to
an
the compound,
everyman.
we even
He's
have
he's just like a
Exactly.
Yeah,
but we
he's-
always get those guys, and then they become Superman by the end of the
Overpowered.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Like the fact that Jim
Character
isn't
development.
just a dude he is a bike courier at the end of the day, and he still is at the end of the movie. I
so
appreciated it.
the coolest
His vulnerability is cool.
the coolest sequence here for me is definitely the blowing up of the gas station. Like, it's definitely
Yeah,
over
this
the
shit was-
fucking top.
Yeah, this was like rabid the way they shot this, man.
It looked
Like
good.
I had rabies watching
Apparently,
this shit.
this is like all like legit. Like, they really blew this gas station up.
Yeah, it all looked real. They had like 100 different cameras on it, and they had all different angles on
I
it.
just got an image of Danny McBride just hitting the detonators in Tropic Thunder.
Big ass titties. Mother Nature just pissed her pantsuit. Such a good movie. But yeah, I kind of had a question I want to pose to you guys here. So you guys find yourselves more fearful of these fast runner type infected, or the or more so the slow plodding, ever creeping walkers?
Fast zombies are always scarier, man.
Scarier.
Because there's some that I can't outrun. If I go down the street and I meet 100 people, there's going to be at least 3 that are faster than me.
I don't know.
One of these fuckers is going to be faster than me.
I get what you're saying, but there's like this sort of dread that comes with the walkers, It's like
always
an
sort of get
endless
over with.
It's like an endless pursuit, They're just coming.
But I feel like once you get to an island or the water, you're good, right?
Or are you, Chris? Or are you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are you? Have you seen Have you seen the one where they like? What's the one with John Leguizamo?
They cross the Marianas Trench. If they can walk across that shit.
John
let 'em have
Leguizamo,
it
them
at that
motherfuckers
point.
walk underwater.
What movie they walk in the water?
The John Leguizamo fucking Dawn of the Dead movie, the Day of the Dead
Oh,
movie.
Land of the Dead. That's right. They did walk. Oh, that was so
Land
bad.
of the Dead, yeah, they walk underwater.
Oh, I forgot about that.
How are they going to have
The black
how they have
zombie
direction
like
in
gets
that?
really
mechanic.
smart and he learns how to use
Yeah.
an AK.
the mechanic is overpowered. The zombie is overpowered in that movie.
Okay. I'll put it this way. I'll get a houseboat and then just live on a fucking houseboat. How about that?
I mean, I think they tried to do it at the end of Dawn of the Dead. That didn't work out.
Just remember, Jason Voorhees walks underwater now as well. So, a lot of shit underwater.
Jason can swim. He comes to the surface.
Yeah, he learned how to swim.
Can these motherfuckers get to the surface?
He's certified. Lifeguard certified. Having come to terms with the situation, the group travels to Jim's parents' house in Deptford, where Jim discovers his parents committed suicide. They are later attacked by an infected, when Jim accidentally attracts them with the candlelight, resulting in Mark's death. Boy, when Mark found out his ass had gotten a little bit of blood in his wound.
Time's up, Mark.
And fucking Selena saw it. No hesitation.
That minute hand comes up quick.
Dude, my man's arm. My man rose his arm up to like protect himself, and she just started fucking hacking into the arm to get to his head.
Whew.
I love this shot
brutal.
of Jim just watching this happen. He's just like, "What is going on?"
Oh shit! Like I did not remember it happening like this.
I remember this is like when I started really remembering like how the movie was playing out. Like,
yeah,
this
set the tone.
This really, when I first saw the movie, this is the first thing that really stuck with me. Is the brutality.
I fired this up. I was watching it. I was trying to keep the volume kind of low. Kids sleeping, you know. And as soon as this fucking scene hit, I had to turn it down in half. Because it's like dead silence, and then you have fucking chaos. I was like, fuck, man. It shook me. Because when Jim's like going around the kitchen or whatever, it's like really quiet and like reflective or whatever. Then you have the POV coming from outside, and that's shot in complete silence. So there's no sound at all. And then the fucking glass breaks, and it's spit blood on the motherfucker. Chop this person up. Sound design was great.
What did you guys think of the really sad like picture they had with the writing on the back next to the bottle of fucking wine and oxys?
Yeah, fucking parents went out like gangsters.
Hell yeah, they went out good, boy. Had some Merlot, had some oxycodone. Oof.
They say that you've gone to sleep, so we've gone to join you.
Mm-hmm.
But don't wake up.
Jim, with endless love, we left you sleeping. Now we're sleeping with you. Don't wake up.
Very poetic. I like it.
Very poetic.
I like the idea that those people died happily. Hopefully.
Happily, yeah. Yeah.
You know what really...
They were high as fuck, man.
What really kind of bothered me?
One of them probably farted and they laughed for 20 minutes and then they died.
Jim's making all these stupid decisions, right? He's burning a candle. He's making all this fucking noise.
He's a victim.
He's got a video of his parents playing in the background and shit. Got the
loud as hell.
For some reason, got the goddamn speaker system going. Like,
he's just a dude. Hold on. Jim's been unconscious. He's been fucking chased by a priest. He just watched his family starve themselves to death. Just lay there and rot.
He makes a series of stupid decisions, but we see a video of him and his mom and dad in like a very sweet moment of unpacking groceries. Jim is drinking some orange juice right out the fucking jug like a savage. But somebody is filming. Somebody's filming this. Somebody's filming this with a house camcorder. Who was this full person?
You didn't see it as a memory?
No, it was a video.
It was like a home video, I think.
Yeah, it was a home video.
Maybe enjoying.
There's a fourth member. There's like a brother or sister or cousin we're not, discussing right now. Like, where's this person at?
And then,
well, the way I'm seeing it was he was just remembering something from the past while he's looking at pictures and shit.
And then Jason Voorhees busts through that damn window.
He dead fucking silent, and then crack. What's up, motherfucker? Give me that light. But yeah, the machete is that's a stone cold machete, bro.
Yeah, she's no nonsense. Like, she is. It kind of like, I think it really shows some of her character and alludes to her background. Like, she's been through this before with either family or friends, and she knows, hey, you got to get them before they turn, because once they turn, I mean, it's potential for you to get it,
Does she wield it better than Jason? That's the question.
I don't know. Jason would have swung one time
and
chopped that dude in half.
Jason never two hands it though.
He don't have to. He chopped him in half with one swing.
The two-handed just seems more fierce. She's like a baseball bat.
Oh yeah, that just means it's dull. She needs to hit that thing with a whetstone.
Too much noise.
Mark appreciated it.
So Jim and Selena, after leaving Jim's place and Mark's decapitated head stoved in body. They discover cab driver Frank and his daughter Hannah in a tower block. The 4 survivors decide to travel together to a military blockade in Manchester after hearing a radio broadcast promising safety and a cure.
It's Manchester. You gotta say it correctly. Manchester.
So Frank,
yes, where we
played
meet,
by
Brendan
Gleeson.
Brendan Gleeson, an Irish actor known for In Bruges, Harry Potter. I don't know if you guys watched The Banshees of Inisherin. He was fucking awesome in that as well.
I love
He
that
would
one.
have watched that movie.
You didn't watch The Banshees of Inisherin?
You ain't watched
No,
Banshees.
Craig.
You ain't watched Banshees of Mega Shaker?
I didn't watch Banshees of Megalodon.
Martin McDonough with Colin Farrell. What the fuck is wrong
You're
with
crazy,
that,
dude.
Y'all need some culture in life.
Yeah, Banshees of Mega Shaker.
Go watch The First Omen and then check
And
out
then I
Banshees of
gotta watch
Inisherin.
this movie.
And he was in Braveheart.
First of all, he was Menelaus in Troy, so you
First of
fucking
all,
chill, dog.
He was in Braveheart.
Fucking
Braveheart.
chill, dog.
Brad Pitt never looked hotter.
His most
This is Mad-Eye
iconic
Mooney,
role,
dog.
also Mad-Eye Mooney, but he played opposite of my boy
Oliver Platt?
Daniel Day-Lewis in Gangs of
Ian
New York,
McShane
bro.
is one of the dwarfs.
Gangs of New York, motherfucker. As
I do love some Daniel Day.
Walt McGeehan. Yeah, this guy is very talented. Played a shit ton of roles. Ballad of Buster Scruggs, Joker, Folie à Deux.
Funny idea.
It's also going to be appearing in a few episodes of the upcoming Spider Noir series starring Nick Cage.
Oh shit! Look
Yeah.
forward to that.
Yeah.
He's got some talented DNA as well. His son Donald Gleeson is a pretty big actor as well. He's the lead in Ex Machina.
Bro, he was in Frank.
Alex Garland's debut. He's in Frank as well. Yes.
Loved Frank.
He apparently was an English, Irish, and physical education teacher at Bellicamp College in Dublin. He started
That
acting
fat
at 34.
motherfucker was a physical education teacher.
Well, he might have been in good shape.
Well, you
back
don't know what his
then.
life's
Was he
about.
teaching
I know
somebody
what
how
he
to eat?
Probably. He started acting at 34. I thought it was pretty cool. Like a midlife career
Oh
change.
hell yeah, man! I appreciate that old dog getting in there. Got his kids into it. Obviously, it's natural talent. But the daughter, I don't think she did much. Megan Burns. I think was her
Megan
name.
Burns. Dude, she's the
I don't
lead
think she did
singer
much
of
beyond this.
goth pop band Betty Cuss.
Hell yeah!
I looked
Sounds
them up on
bad.
Instagram. They stopped posting like 4 years ago.
Fuck.
Kind of sad.
As soon as we started, we took their slot.
Yeah, kind of sad.
Yeah, this is like the whole rushing to get to their apartment. You get like this big ass motherfucker standing there in riot gear. Like, are you fucking sick? Go ahead and pass through.
Do we have
Just a cool intro of the
cool
character.
instances like that? We have the whole, overcoming the shopping cart barricade. We have them traveling towards Manchester through that underground tunnel, like the
Oh,
darkness
yeah.
of the tunnel. Go into a diner where he encounters a young boy he has to beat to death with a baseball bat. And also that really, really sweet and I don't know, hopeful sequence of them going to the grocery store,
store.
as well as the broken abbey, like the ruins of an abbey.
That grocery store was immaculate. Like,
That
everything
was
blocked.
kind of weird.
Yeah, I had the same thought.
Like nothing was touched. It's almost like they said, "Block this motherfucker up before y'all
block the
evacuate."
shells before y'all die.
Yeah,
That, I think, was a direct homage because throughout the movie, in my opinion, Garland pulls from every Romero movie up to this point, not Land, obviously. But that was a direct homage to Dawn of the Dead because they obviously go to the mall, and this one they go to the grocery store. But it's that
Shopping.
it's that middle of chaos. There's this shining light of being able to just grab whatever food that you would ever want in your life for free, right there.
Yeah. It's like the remains of civilization. Like we all evolved over so long and made everything we ever made just so that we can have commerce, grocery store,
It's like that
video games.
when they bring back something like the Mexican pizza. It's just like, oh, it's my childhood.
Oh, that's what I was living for this whole time. I didn't fucking know it.
what shop would you guys
Yeah.
raid if this was in the middle of the apocalypse?
Would be a good store. Sheets.
I was gonna say
Sheets got a
Costco.
little bit of
A
everything.
lot of options and shit.
Costco.
Boy,
You
we was in
fucking killed the
Costco
Costco.
yesterday, bro. I Costco'd it up yesterday.
Costco got
You would die in
furniture.
a fucking
They
Costco,
got
bro.
food. You can
There's
grill
no
the food.
way that there's not going to be more people in there, though, you know.
That's true.
You can catch a Sheets in like an area where no one's going to be there.
That's true.
Costco is going to have zombies up in that bitch.
Chris got enough fucking hot dogs to last 4 years.
I got all these MTO, all the made-to-order shit you could ever want. Hey, did y'all know they were just reheating the burritos all these fucking years?
In fact, Chris, in the middle of the pandemic 2 years later, man, I got about 2 packs of hot dogs left, and I got the fuck out of here.
I get some more buns. Fuck. Walmart open. Yeah, the whole scene in the tunnel, too, is pretty intense. And then I like how Jim just starts, like, flipping off the infected as they're getting down there. He's like, fuck you. He's, like, antagonizing him. Like, dude, this guy's got some balls to be such a tag-along character.
He's got such a good quote here. He's talking about, like, what they're about to do, because they can see it's, like, it's a dark tunnel. You don't know what the fuck's ahead of you. He's like, this is a shit idea. You know why it's a shit idea? Because it's very obviously a shit idea. And it's always like saying exactly what the audience is thinking. And then the whole sequence of like them actually getting over the barricade in there and then getting a flat tire and having to change it while the horde is like heading towards them.
Yeah, the flat tire
is so dope.
It's kind of confused, like what the hell he was driving up and over in that moment.
I don't understand it either. That car must have had like 4-wheel drive.
I was like, how the fuck?
It had to be a ramp, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't show it. It's like, okay, this thing's like a little tank, I guess, is what
that car had some. That car had some shitty tires on it.
I guess taxis over there are just tanks, bro. They're made to withstand this kind of stuff. I think you're talking about Jim attacking the boy in that moment at the convenience store. We feel like that was just Jim trying to validate himself as a survivor. Like he's the only one who hasn't done any surviving at that point. Does he need a kill under his belt to be
fully immersed,
content in this group?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck, he goes looking for it. Like that's the only reason he goes in there, right?
I just thought he was looking for a cheeseburger.
No, he doesn't get anything. He goes in there looking at bodies, kills one, walks out.
Yeah, because he tells her that he's going in to get a cheeseburger, which he damn sure knows there's not one in there.
Yeah, he's being sarcastic at that point.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I'm thinking he's just looking for a kill just to say that, oh yeah, I'm worth protecting because I can provide 2 or I can.
You're saying it's a gang-related initiation.
Oh, he's getting jumped in.
I think he takes it upon himself, but I kind of think that's his mentality at this point.
Well, speaking of this kid,
he feels like he doesn't deserve to survive. He's only a survivor by accident.
Oh, he's definitely being
He wasn't
carried.
in that coma.
He's definitely
he's
dead
day one. If he's alive when the shit breaks out, he's gone day one.
Yeah, the kid in the diner, man. That's a guy named Justin Hackney who also played a crawler.
Does this fucking kid say "I hate you"?
Oh yeah, he sure does. Yeah.
I thought my subtitles were fucked up. I was like, what did he say?
He's like the only one that speaks in the entire movie.
Yeah, I thought Jim was having some kind of psychotic episode at that point.
But
he says kid's a crawler and something?
Yeah, he was a crawler in The Descent. And he attacks in almost the exact same way in both films and is thrown off and killed in similar fashions. Pretty cool.
Damn.
Good for him.
So he's got a skill set.
Finally, the group reaches Manchester to find the blockade abandoned. Frank, in a moment of weakness, becomes infected when blood from a corpse falls into his eye, and hidden soldiers immediately emerge to put him down. Such a cool fucking sequence. Like, up until this point, Frank has been built as this guy who has all this hope. He has all this compassion. He's a teddy bear. He's the father of the group, pretty much. And he just loses his composure as soon as he realizes that this message that they heard over the radio, it was all for naught. Like, the entire journey they've taken since leaving, like, there's nothing left. Like, this is it. Like, where can we go from here?
Yeah. He literally becomes old man shouting at the clouds at this point.
It was shouting at the clouds, shouting at crows. And yeah, the crow is the reason he gets the fucking blood in his eye.
There's no reason to antagonize that damn bird.
I actually
really crow is a motherfucker, bro. Crows are so mean.
Well, damn it, I can't say it. The crows are a part of the 28 Years Later. So that comes back around.
Oh, I could see it.
But I really liked how Frank fell apart, because for somebody to be just like super dead and a really nice guy, and he's being so positive because he believes that this 40-second barricade is going to work out. And when it's all a fugazi, he's got nothing else to keep him chipper. He's got nothing else to like live for besides his daughter, obviously. But
right,
and there is just no hope. But I will say that kind of like in the tunnel, it was convenient that the tire blew. It was convenient at what time the soldiers showed up here.
Yeah, I feel like they were staking him out, but they didn't intercept until after shit got bad. So I don't know if there's a reason for that or not. I mean, we come to find out that obviously the soldiers have their own purposes, and maybe this was a means to an end, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
One less male genitalia on the board, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
There's only so many holes. You know what I mean?
Oh, Christ almighty. But yeah, he goes savage. It's pretty cool to see a big man get nasty like that.
He was getting...
It's all just him. It's not like...
Oh, he was getting violent. He was about to tear through that entire fucking group of people. But damn, they dropped his ass so quick.
Yeah.
Like, fast.
He's the only character I felt the pain when he was gone. Like, Mark went out, I was like, that was fucking crazy. But when he went out, I was like, oh, that hurts. But yeah, like we were saying earlier, the all the effects are pretty much just the actors doing all the work. So, and he's the first actor we've seen that actually turns. So it was cool to see somebody we know go through that.
So the soldiers take the survivors to a fortified mansion commanded by Major West, who reveals his true plan to use the female survivors as sexual slaves for his men, leading to conflict with Jim and Sergeant Farrell as they refuse to participate. Major Henry West, played by Christopher Eccleston, you may know as the original Doctor from the revitalized Doctor Who series.
He's the
known as the ninth Doctor. I don't know what the fuck that means.
He's the one that came after.
Yeah, I saw that.
Matt Smith, I believe. That's the name.
I was like, why the hell?
No. He was
like that was the intro.
Like they didn't do that show for like what 20-some years or some shit, and then this was the first season. Yeah, they stopped doing the show.
I don't think it was 20 years of it. Okay.
Nah, it's been a long time, bro. Like I was reading about it, I was like, man, I'm invested in this. I'm never gonna watch the show ever in my entire life.
I know the name. That's about it. I got zero knowledge.
In the revitalized series, after X amount of years, he was like the Doctor in season 1 of the newest iteration. But yeah, also played a part in Gone in 60 Seconds. He was Malekith from Thor: The Dark World. He was in Legend, and also season 4 of True Detective, Night Country.
Yes. From fucking Jodie Foster on the... Yes.
Oh, that is him. He got old.
Yeah, he's the sheriff of the county or whatever. I remember him as another HBO show, The Leftovers, which was great. Totally underwatched. He plays one of the main characters there. Matt Jameson.
I found an interesting...
Shout out to that show.
Snippet about this mansion that they're in, this compound. Apparently, all the mansion scenes that involved upstairs rooms were filmed downstairs because the mansion's owners lived upstairs while they were filming.
How fucking nuts is that? So it's like up there having tea and crumpets and they're hearing their shit downstairs.
Screaming, bullets being shot.
Oh, there's an infected in the damn graveyard.
They hear him up down. I'm going to fuck the black one. What?
Danny Boyle just screaming at him.
It's like 2 a.m, you know, out there, fucking Cillian Murphy's running around your property shirtless in the fucking rain.
You're trying to watch reality
sleep,
TV and his ass is up in the rafters, just looking at you breathing,
looking in your window and shit. Oh,
he's just trying to watch Real World.
Hopefully, they got some good chunk of change for that. But yeah, that is pretty cool. And of course, I mean, it kind of becomes a new movie once we get to the military compound.
I feel like there's 3 movies in this movie.
It's the classic lesson of
the true monster is the man, is the man inside us, or some shit like that.
It's us.
The monsters inside us. We're the real monsters.
Yeah, the classic lesson
real monsters.
Very Shakespearean over there.
But yeah, I like Eccleston's speeches here. He does when he does the whole "women are our future" thing. It's well written. Obviously, Scholar knows how to write, but he does it subtly. Like, I got all these guys here, which I do have some qualms about the fact it's only been 4 weeks. These motherfuckers.
Oh, it's been less than a month and they're ready to fucking rape the entire country.
I know you could have jerked off at least 4 or 5 times by now and been okay. 4 weeks is not that damn long. I'm sorry. But yeah, the whole thing's like women are our future. We need women. I'm like, oh God, it's so gross what he's saying, but he's saying it in such a polite British way. It's effective.
As he's showing them around the campus, they find the one they have chained up, right? The one they're studying and whatnot.
Private Mailer.
So we
see how long it takes him to stop.
We had Dawn of the Dead with the grocery store, and now we have come to Day of the Dead with a chained up zombie that we're trying to learn from.
Are they trying to see how long it take him to starve in that one?
Well, they were
they was trying to teach him how to like reacclimate himself into like society.
Oh,
Bub, there you go. I forgot his name.
Yeah, they were like keeping his ass alive. That was like kind of a comedy though.
Yeah, they was trying to like domesticate him.
Comedy.
Trying to domesticate.
I think the movie was, but this one he wants to see how long it takes him to die. Like that's a very logical reason to chain up a zombie. I would think. You know, how long does it take a person to starve to death?
30.
Not starve to death, but dehydration will kill you in like a week.
There you go.
So, do you think all these infected would be dead in a week if they hadn't had any water?
Well,
I mean, they should be, but I think they last like 2 months.
I have a question in this movie, but yes.
I do. I mean, I like the logical approach of, okay, we're going to see how long it takes him to starve. It's cruel the way he's going about it, obviously, and he's taunting the guy. But I do appreciate the science mindset there, at least. And the whole people killing people speech is also pretty good by Eccleston there. Where he's like, people were fucking killing people before I got this job, when I got this job, and after I got this job. They're going to do it forever. And at the end of the day, if you're taking this as not being like a plague from God, if this is just sick people still doing what people do, then it all kind of clicks.
So after Jim and Pharrell refuse to participate, they're taken aside and set up for execution. Jim, however, escapes as Farrell is gunned down. And he also orchestrates a deadly plan by releasing an infected soldier to kill West's men, while personally eliminating those who threaten Selena and Hannah. So this is where he has his John Wick, John Rambo
this
moments.
Is the shit. This is like one of the other things I remembered most. Like I remembered the abandoned streets. I remember some infected shit, and I remember him going fucking ham with his shirt off.
And there's the
shot. Like really guerrilla warfare tactics.
The shot of him coming at the camera.
That's good as well. But the shot
whacks the fucking guy
of the infected coming through the landmines to the house, to the mansion, and it's darkness. They're coming out of the darkness, and what does that take us to, boys? That takes us to Night of the Living Dead. George A. Romero.
Old Georgie boy. He got fingerprints all over this.
Full triangle.
But he's not British, right? He's American.
He's from Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Okay. But yeah, I do love him going ape shit here. And even watching it this time, I was like, well, obviously he has become one of the fucking infected, you know? Like looking at him, if you didn't know, if you just popped into this movie at this point, you would assume he is one of the infected, just the way he's behaving. Because he's raging on these dudes. He's literally stalking them like he has become what they've been afraid of this whole time. And I don't know if you saw the thumbnail that they've used to advertise the hell out of 28 Years Later, like the really scrawny fucking dude.
Yeah.
Like, that's the picture you see, right? That's the only thing I've seen of the movie. I haven't even seen a trailer, but I've seen that picture, you know. They put it up for Metacritic, whatever. They use that as a thumbnail. And apparently a lot of people confuse that with being Cillian Murphy, just based on how he looks at the end of this movie.
It's just
because Danny Boyle was like, he was answering questions. He was like, people said it's not a good idea to use this picture because everyone thinks it's going to be Jim's character.
Yeah.
And they did honestly think it was going to be Jim.
It looks just like him. He just has the Thomas Shelby haircut. That's about it.
Yeah, that's skinny with the haircut.
It was done on purpose, right? It had to have been.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
According to Danny Boyle, it was not. He's saying, no,
shit.
Nobody's going to believe that. We just picked a cool looking infected to use for promos. And they're like, no one's going to think this Jim. But yeah, I just say it reminded me watching this movie. I'm like, yeah, he's got the fucking look here. He's gone mad.
Dude.
Daddy's gone mad.
When he's got Mitchell up against the wall and he's like beating him to death, like beating his head against the wall.
Fuck that guy, dude.
And then he's like gouging his eyes out with his thumbs. Like, Selena got like crazy wet watching that.
I forgot that fucker bayoneted old dude too, and that was brutal.
Oh yeah, right in his back.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Yeah,
when he's going ham on him and we're in the dark there and Selena's watching it, I'm like, I could see in that moment, like, you just take the machete to Jim's head, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's the move.
He looks like, he's acting like he's infected.
Yeah. It's just great the way it plays out. The way the lighting and the cinematography set up there. Because you can't see so much of what's going on because of the dark. And then we get the call back to earlier when she said, if I think you're turning, you get one fucking heartbeat, I'm chopping your fucking head off.
That was more than one.
But she freezes for a second. That was more than one heartbeat. You know, she wanted that weenie right there. She wanted that hospital gown, baby.
During their escape attempt, Major West shoots Jim from the back seat of their getaway vehicle. But Hannah crashes the car in reverse, allowing the infected soldier to kill West. At this point, Mailer's been out. He's infecting everybody, all the soldiers, kicking all the soldiers' asses.
And these people are trying to sleep upstairs. This is a night.
Just try to have a Friday night.
Yeah, this dude just busting windows, just like randomly screaming at mirrors and shit.
Fuck, man, they've been doing a lot of vomiting downstairs.
It's the quiche right here.
But then Hannah...
Look like he's brushing his teeth upstairs.
Hannah puts her Dominic Toretto skills to use and just fucking like whips the
She
vehicle
rocks
around and drives.
That's another callback, though, to earlier when she was handling it, when Dad told her she couldn't drive with the shit. She was like, watch this, you fucker. Well, she didn't say that, but...
She thought it.
Yeah, that was pretty dope. How did she time it out perfectly that Melee would pull him out of the back of the car? Maybe questionable, but I appreciate her actually having something to do. Characters like this often just kind of get forgotten in these finales, you know.
In our epilogue, Jim recovers at a remote cottage in Cumbria. Ain't no way that place is called Cumbria. That's made up. As the infected begin dying.
What was on your mind when you wrote that note?
I mean, you know, it was always on my mind. You were always on my mind. 3 survivors signal to a passing military jet with a large "Hello" banner.
This son of a bitch still trying to say hello.
Hoping for a rescue and wondering if they've been
It's the quote of the movie.
Dude, what if this jet was actually sent to eradicate, like, infected, instead of being there to fucking find survivors?
I had the same thought.
Fucking no come.
Dropping the napalm.
I mean, this is your only
bitch.
hope, though, at this point.
Has he
You're not
not
going to...
learn to stop fucking saying hope out loud? Just be.
You gotta believe, man. You gotta think that there's more people out there.
What
Apparently there's 3 different versions of this ending.
Go for it.
This is the one we got, of course, after they lost the money. Then they had to come back and shoot something because audiences hated the way it ended originally. And apparently they arranged for a real jet to fly over this movie because it would be cheaper than... It was 70,000 pounds cheaper than using CGI.
Jeez.
I thought that was pretty freaking wild for 2002. Just pay some dude, can you drive this jet over this area and we'll film it, you know? So I thought that was pretty interesting. But apparently the DVD has all 3 of the alternate endings, all of which conclude with Jim dying.
That would make sense.
I think one of them, he dies from his wounds, from the gunshot wound. And I think another one, he might get macheted by Selena. So they didn't want Jim to get out of this fucking thing originally. So we make it happy. And of course that leads, apparently, to 28 years later.
Yeah, that's how this thing wraps up on a hopeful epilogue, a hopeful ending to this otherwise desolate and depressing film.
See, I know we mean it's a standalone movie, obviously. Do we think, given the fact that the franchise is going to grow and do well, apparently it's making money, it's being well received, does this movie need a sequel?
No, it did not need 28 weeks later.
But
I would love to see. I would love to see. Well, I think 28 weeks later or 28 years later probably just disregards 20. It probably doesn't even make any mention of 28 weeks later.
You are exactly correct. It's like it never happened.
Really?
Yeah, I can imagine retconning it. I really can.
But obviously it's got some ties to this movie.
I watched Years, and then I rewatched Days, and then I rewatched Weeks. And Weeks had nothing to... It was like a whole different universe.
Right. It was like a B plot. Oh yeah, that's the thing that happened. We kind of retconned and moved on. I think this is a great standalone movie, but I am genuinely excited for 28 years later and whatever's the sequels for that part of the franchise.
28 weeks later did plant something in your mind that Danny Boyle, or it might have been Garland, I don't know which one said it, came out and said isn't how their world works.
Oh, so they broke something, you're saying?
Yeah.
That's why they had to come back.
They talk about something in Weeks that isn't a thing in Years. And it's pretty, kind of a big part of the movie.
But yeah, the same creative team comes back for Years later. Danny directs. And I think Garland, he wrote all 3 that they're going to do. But Danny's only directing the first and last. I think Nia DaCosta maybe is doing the second one.
Shit.
Somebody else is doing the second one.
Somebody
The Bone
big?
Temple, I think it's the subtitle.
I'm a little nervous about somebody not, other than Danny Boyle, directing these.
Right, yeah. But the fact that Garland wrote all 3 gives me hope that at least the story will be solid. They're not going to 28 weeks later, you know. That's it, boys. With a piece of memorabilia, we take it home from 2002's 28 Days Later.
I have a thirst. So let me get that last can of Tango, specifically the lemon lime flavor. Pretty much, Tango is like their version of Faygo. Abracadabra, boom shaka day, I'm Violent J, and I'm back like a vertebrae. And I come with a hat full of tricks, trunk full of Faygo, car full of fat chicks. ICP for life, dog.
Spit.
Was that an Insane Clown Posse lyric? Jesus Christ.
Man, ICP, baby. They were almost
Represent.
WCW Tag Team Champions.
Almost. That would have saved the company.
I am also going with a tasty beverage from this film. A zombie film got some tasty beverages. I want that can of whatever the hell Lilt was.
Lilt?
He offered
L-I-L-T?
She offers her a can of...
It sounds like it would be like Sprite or something like that.
It
Sounds like
probably
milk.
is. She offered Jim a can of Pepsi or Lilt.
Do you have any Tango?
And then he says Tango.
Fucking hell. Well, I'm going to keep it opposite direction here. I'm going to take Jim's hospital gown.
He didn't even have a fucking hospital again. He had a dick hanging
Or
out.
lack thereof. There you go. Or lack thereof.
What, you
baby.
want his dick, you
hanging out.
fucking weirdo? The foreskin wrapping around you?
I want Jim's bush. I'm just going to use it as like a koozie. Just put my fucking drink right on the bush. Let me get Jim's hospital gown, man. That's the first image that comes to mind when I think about this one. All right, letter grades. Get your grade books out. Professor Hootie, what did you think about 28 Days Later?
28 Days Later is an example of simple storytelling that brought back the absolute best in zombie films. The origin story of the rage virus and human reaction from all singles that comes along with it gives this film a much deeper meaning into the human experiment. In a world with uncontrolled rage, the strong will survive. R.I.P. Frank. He fell apart. The acting and the directing are fantastic, considering all parties were relatively unknown at the time of the release. The callback to almost every Romero film was tasteful. Chef's kiss to the master in the genre. I give 28 Days Later a solid A.
All right, let me step in here and get this red pen out and mark this down. Danny Boyle reinvented the genre again. He made them fast, he made them furious, and he made them scary for the first time in a long time. Shot entirely on digital video with that micro budget, it feels raw and immediate in ways that big budget horror rarely achieves. Cillian Murphy's vulnerable performance anchors genuine human drama, while the empty London sequences are haunting masterpieces. The rage virus concept is scientifically plausible enough to be truly unsettling. The third act military stuff is a bit predictable for me, but when you have infected that are this scary and your emotional core is this strong, it totally works. I am handing out an A- for Mr. Danny Boyle. This film launched 1,000 imitators, and I don't think any of them have quite matched it yet.
So I really like the way Danny Boyle and composer John Murphy use music spastically throughout the film, with lingering, unsettling moments of silence to create a sense of unease, followed with rapid-fire, heart-pounding riffs during the more chaotic scenes that ramp up the tension and like to jaw-clenching, white-knuckle levels, and it containing one of the most recognizable pieces of music for me personally in horror cinema, with In the House in a Heartbeat. I really like how the movie grounds itself in reality in practically every aspect, from the way people react to the way the virus is spread to the virus itself. The movie also has this raw intensity. It's like guerrilla filmmaking approach from Danny Boyle that I really enjoy. There's no wasted scenes. There wasn't a single character of the main four survivors that I wasn't rooting for, that I didn't want to see any of them die in a horrible, fucked up way like I normally do. And that was from the start. Like, I'm invested in the development of all these characters through their interactions, their victories, their tragedies, through their fight for survival. Like, the only real hang-up, and for me, honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal, because I appreciate the gritty tone and raw look of the film. But for some, the graininess and lack of high resolution will turn some potential fans away from the film altogether. With all that said, though, 28 Days Later is a clean sweep. Grades out with an A.
Perfection,
baby. Call it out.
Triple A.
Sweet goodness. Alrighty, folks, we are going to recap our audience score guesses from Rotten Tomatoes. If you're new to the show, we try to guess. If we are within 5 points, we choose what is next. Otherwise, the internet does so for us. So this was Joy's choice for a film. He was ineligible for our little game here. So recapping scores, I said a 70%. Mr. Hootie said an 82%. The actual audience score on Rotten Tomatoes for 28 Days Later is 85%. Very high, very high. Good job.
How about that?
Mr. Hootie won something that mattered for the one for the boys. So back in that driver's seat, sir. I'll let you take the reins and let us talk about what we are going to be watching.
You do.
Why do I imagine it like when he wins? It's like the scene from fucking Footloose where Chris Penn's learning how to dance.
God, I'm just getting it, man.
Let's hear it for the boy.
Yeah. Why don't it just puts me in mind of that whenever he wins.
Man. Let's hear it for my man.
That's a winner for the big boys.
Yeah, I like that song. I like that.
So
song.
with my pick, we're in the just the damn heat of summer right now. It's 110 degrees outside.
Jesus Christ.
Miserable, dog.
You fucking
My AC
telling me.
is about
We're
to
in
retire.
tank top season or maybe a shirtless season. I'm not sure, but
I'm not wearing a shirt.
that's
fuck.
true. Well, with that, let's go back to 1975 for maybe the greatest creature feature of all time that is celebrating a 50th year anniversary in Jaws.
Oh, man, Jaws. This is being all over the place lately. They're promoting the hell out of this anniversary.
There's some pretty cool boxes out there. People like content creators are getting. That's some pretty wild stuff.
Black eyes, like a doll's eyes. God, I can't wait to do that monologue. 100 Man went in.
I just watched this like
One man came
a month ago. It's one of those movies.
This is
I've
one of those
seen
movies that's
way too many
it might not be
times.
the best choice because it's been talked to death.
Well, you got covered eventually. I mean,
That's
it's
true.
like horror royalty.
I wonder if a lot of people don't consider this movie a horror movie.
It's about a
Yeah,
man
it's
eating shark.
borderline.
That's terrifying to me. I understand. Everybody's seen
Yeah.
it. Is why it's like even your grandma's watch this.
It's adventure-ish. Alrighty, folks, get your swimming trunks on and join us on YouTube. We are going to watch the trailer for the 1975 masterpiece, probably. Hate to make it obvious, but yeah. Masterpiece by Steven Spielberg, Jaws. If you want to watch along with us, you can do so there. Otherwise, we will be back here with you in a few short moments. It's the greatest improv of all time, right there.
That was a really good trailer. Like, I can't even like fucking think to say anything. I'm fucking watching it. I'm like, oh my god, this is like the biggest this is like the most hyped I've seen the trailer I've seen for a movie.
Maybe we should have fans
Wow.
make these from now on.
Good job by
That
that
was sick.
person.
We should do
Yeah,
all
that
fan
Michael
service
Edwards.
trailers next
Shout out
time.
Michael Edwards. Go check out his YouTube page.
I'm gonna put a damn link to that in our coverage. Yeah, that was impressive.
Shit, I'm gonna guess 100 based on that trailer.
Oh, this is right. So yeah, between you and me, Joseph, what is Jaws sitting down on the Rotten Tomatoes audience score?
I'm gonna go with a fat 80.
I want to meet the three motherfuckers who didn't like this movie. This shit's a 95,
Maybe they're
dog.
pro
No doubt
shark.
about it. There's no fucking way anybody could say this movie
Well, it
sucks. I'm
does.
sorry. Anything less than a 6 here is
It
ridiculous.
does show harm to animals.
Bruce is not real, damn it. Yeah, looking forward to that. Looking forward to going to the beach right when I'm watching that motherfucker.
Experience it.
Alrighty, folks, thank you for listening. Check out horriblefilmschool.com. You'll find links to all the episodes, our socials, the merch store. As always, you can support us for free in 3 simple ways. Rate, review, subscribe, smash all those buttons if you could. And if you're feeling truly generous, send us some Rage Virus antidotes. Personally, I'll be sending my support to women dolled up for raged up, pent up, and horned up little boys.
As always, if you're hearing our voices, spread the love, spread the campaign that is the Horrible Film School. Just got a fresh batch of merchant yesterday. Currently wearing the new logo tank top, the Ultra Soft tank top. Highly recommend. And I'm going to go hang out at the beach with old Brucey Bruce, and I'm out.
Thanks for all the likes, the subs, the listens, the follows, the downloads. We really appreciate you guys, gals, and support. As well as your time and attention. Be sure to join us next time when 3 men go into the water and none come out in 1975's Jaws. Class dismissed.